everybody, this is Katee Sackhoff. Thank you for coming to kateesackhoff.com. This is Ask Katee. What is your favorite book you've ever read? Jason Renee, I think it is. You know, I read this and was like, I don't know. I don't remember books that I read, like titles. Like, I don't remember anything, you guys. Like, I have the worst memory ever. I remember dates and times and things that you said that hurt my feelings, but I don't remember anything like books or anything. But the book that I love the most, that I actually have tried to get the rights to, is called 12 Dancing Princesses. And it's a book, it was a children's book that I read when I was a little kid that I absolutely loved. So that is my favorite book. Okay, hey Katee, thanks for doing this. You're welcome. I don't know who that's from yet. My question is, what was the most profound life lesson you've ever learned? Jer, J-E-R. Life lesson. Nellie, what's the most important life lesson we've ever learned? You know, there's been a few life lessons. I used to have things said to me when I was a kid. One of the things that I had said to me as a child was stop taking yourself so seriously. Thanks, Dad. I still have a hard time with that. I take myself very seriously, and sometimes you just got to take the piss out of yourself. You know, you got to be able to laugh at yourself and make mistakes and not take yourself seriously. I think it makes life more enjoyable. Another thing, my dad used to always say, I think it was my dad, but he used to always say that hard work trumps talent because talent will not work as hard. When I was a swimmer. So what that taught me was that what my father wasn't saying was that you're not as talented, but what he was saying is that if you're not and you work your butt off, that there will be a day where there's somebody that's more talented than you and you will beat them purely because you worked harder. So that's kind of the one thing that I've always said about myself, is there may be people that are better than me. There may be people that are, you know, prettier than me and younger than me and smaller than me and more right for the role than me or whatever, but I will never not work harder than everyone. So that's kind of what I learned from my dad, and I think that's the most important lesson that I've learned, is that never give up, never surrender. Kara Starbuck Thrace was undeniably one of the strongest, most multi-layered, flawed, and deeply human characters ever to grace TV. It's so rare to get that mix of traits in a character, and you did a fabulous job in bringing her to life. Since you are now taking the role of Vic in the Longmire series, which is also a badass character a la Starbuck, are you going to be infusing elements of Starbuck into the character's strength, intensity, and passion? Or do you see this as a complete and total blank canvas that you can create something extraordinarily cool with? And are you going to be able to use any of Vic's rather colorful language that makes her so unique and interesting in the books? Looking forward to seeing you in Longmire. Leanne Lecouter? Sorry, Leanne, if I screwed up your name. I'm really looking forward to play Vic, actually, in Longmire. A&E starts shooting in March. Yay, go watch it. The colorful language, obviously, Vic drops F-bombs in the book like every other word. I mean, I think it might be the word she says the most in all of the books. So obviously I can't say that, but I do believe that my character does swear the most in the series. So we're just trying to find ways to keep it relatively family friendly whilst giving Vic her colorful language, so to speak. I guess you could say that there are similarities between these two women in that they're both in what are considered stereotypical male jobs. Like, you know, Vic was a homicide detective in Philadelphia, Starbuck was a Viper pilot, but that's changing so much, and it's a different time, and obviously I'm not in space, so even though Wyoming is kind of in the middle of nowhere, it's not really in outer space though, it's just kind of like very secluded, but I'm really looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to creating something, as you said, or completely and total blank canvas. Complete total blank canvas that you can create something extraordinarily cool with. That's what I'm hoping. I'm really hoping that I have the opportunity and the freedom to make Vic interesting and layered and very different than Starbuck. But ultimately it is a TV show, and to play a character every week, you do kind of give them pieces of yourself to fall back on, because it's not as exhausting. So I'm sure there will be subtleties that are very similar. Hey guys, thank you so much for coming and watching Ask Katee at kateesackhoff.com. Make sure to check back because there are about 3 or 4. There are more Ask Katees that will be on the website. So keep checking back, and all your questions will get answered. So thank you guys so much for coming, and we will see you for the next segment. Bye.